Hello. 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 Let's here we go. We're live. Alive-o. Live. Alive-o. Hooray. Here we are. Let's go. Howdy, Husky. Husky dubstep. I'm just waiting for people to kind of, you know, turn up. Say hello. I'm doing some really strange things. YouTube. YouTube.com. My videos. Dashboard. Dashboard, view channel. View the channel. View the channel. Live now. That's what I want. So I can actually. Dashboard, view channel. View the channel. Put that off as well. Just tweet it. Tweet. Live. Tweet. Sweet. So, oh, there's loads of people. There's loads of people turning up. Everybody who's just turned up, go and tweet that you're seeing this video. Bring loads of people on, and I'll take you for a little journey, little explore. I'll explain what's going on as well. So I'm just getting that. So let's give a shout out to everybody who's in here. Adam, Nur, hi, how you doing? DYTZ Jana. Hello, hello, hello. That's it. Let's just do this. Let's go. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Java 14J. Hi. Jennifer, I'm not home. How am I doing? I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right, although I've got a bit of a sore back. I don't know why I've got a sore back. I haven't done anything today. I have. I've been driving like a nutter. Doing all sorts of stuff, which has been quite good. So I got a busy weekend ahead. Busy weekend. You've got to be, and this map, what I'm doing right now, this is partly why I've got a busy weekend. So I'm off down south, and most of you know. I don't know. Most of you know. I don't know how these things work, but most of you, I live in England, England. I know the world terrain is pretty good, isn't it? I haven't even shown you in front of me yet. I'm teasing everybody. I'm teasing it. Oh, I didn't. Well, yes, you're right. Actually, let's give Husky a shout out as well. I'm just gonna open this up a little bit. I'm just opening up my browser so I can actually see the text chat in there as well. Oops, no, I can't see the other bit of the text chat. There we go. Back to game. Hopefully that's all right. Is it all right for you guys? Good. The Husky remix / the Husky dubstep. Adam Nur, there's your shout out. Don't you worry. Everybody gets shout outs on here. Minecraft Master 2445. Hello, how you doing? Now, I'm glad you've all turned up. You've all turned up just to watch me talk into camera and also look behind me. Now, if you look behind me, there's a path. I'm walking backwards. I'm a professional. Don't try this at home. I'm walking backwards. The path does end abruptly, unfortunately. We've got to fix that eventually in one way or another. But while we're here, we're looking around. Now, I'm talking today about a little project, and I'm going to be driving like 6 hours tomorrow down south of England to Exeter. And this, for those people who know anything about Exeter, Exeter is like an ancient Roman town. Oh, look, there's a mushroom. Let's get my hand back in the. I can't see my hand. Where's my hand? There's a mushroom. Okay, this map is downloadable as well. Actually, I'll put it in the description where you can kind of get. Let's copy this and put it in the description of the video. Well, hopefully that'll just work. I'll put it in the chat as well. There you go. There we go. I changed the size of the video as well, so it might be wibbly wobbly. So Exeter, you know, back in the Roman times, was called, right, Isca Dominatorium. Okay, this is like an early Roman fortress, right? Early Roman fortress. Happy birthday, Adam, for Sunday. Way. I did tell you a little bit about this. Now, we've got two maps coming. We've got an early Roman map, which is what this one is. Now, this one's been out and about, okay? It's been out there, but I haven't done a video about it. I've been so busy doing all this other kind of things that I was remiss. So I'm unremissing myself, and we're doing a video about it now. We're doing a live stream, and I'll probably do a better video about this, a more educational video, shall we say, more educational video that allows people to kind of like, you know, get on with it. The other one, Jennifer, that I was talking to you about, because Jennifer Avery is in the chat, is we've got another one. I wonder if I can fly. I don't really can fly. Let me see if I can game mode myself to creative. There we go. If I fly up, whoop, we can see how big it is. It's pretty darn big. So this is like an early Roman fortress, a military fortress, okay, with barracks and other bits and pieces. We're going to have a little wander around in a minute. And it slowly over time, over like 100 years or 2 or 3, it got turned into much more of an urban Roman city. Okay, so it actually expanded quite a lot, and I've got that map as well, and I'm supposed to be releasing that, but I need to fill it with really cool things. It's huge. It gets even huger. Toby Golding, hello. Now, Toby Golding, right, in the chat, who's also an admin, is coming down to us. We're doing we're showing off this map this weekend down in Exeter, okay, in the south of England, and we're running some workshops at the Ram Museum, okay. So that link that I put into the address, into the chat, just a moment ago, is the link to the museum that we're going to be at. It's already sold out tickets as well, which is quite amazing. Now let's have a look over here, because we've got some cool 3D models. So it's got its own resource pack here as well. Okay, Adam Nur, the cheeky sausage, has asked, "How old are you, Keen?" Now, Adam, let me. My real name is Adam, by the way. Now, Adam, let me talk to you about this. Okay, it's not. Have I just broken something? Broken the map already. It's very rude to ask an old wizard his age. But let's just say 700 years old, or 700 years young. In wizard years, obviously. In human years, about 45. Right, let's continue. I remember the live stream where you made these models. Indeed, yeah, I remember them as well. So I've got a frying pan, a tablet. This is not a real Roman tablet, but a tablet. A Roman coin. Okay. All right. I forget what that's called. It's what is it? It's big though. It's big. That's a tiny one, like a dish and a Roman little short sword. There are web links all over the place, and you can kind of click a web link and click on that, and it says, "Are you sure you want to open the following website, ramtrail.org?" And you can either say yes or copy to or whatever. Yeah, okay. So we'll copy it to the clipboard. All right. It's a carroty thing. It's like an amphorium, I think it's called, and it is to store kind of liquid. I mean, you could store fish paste, like anchovy kind of a paste, and to feed people as well. Talking of fish paste, let's grab some food. There's food there because when you first start going this map, you are into you're in adventure mode, I think. There's blood on the sign. Is there? Is the blood on the sign? Or is that kind of a bloodstain thing? It was supposed to be orange. I know it's supposed to be blood. I've ruined the sign there. Is there a map somewhere? I tell you what. Let's repair it right now. So I'm going to just grab the middle bit like that and put it back like that. There. We fixed it. Okay. 3D models are pretty cool. Now look at this. This map was actually it was built by Blockworks. So, oh, here's our first thing. Look at that. Look at it. Let's stop wandering about and just soak it up. Soak it up. Have you seen Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? Adam Nur says. I have indeed. The new one or the old one are you talking about, Mr. Nur? The new one or the old one? I've seen both. I quite like the old one, but because the new one's a bit weird, to be honest. Look at that. Now you can't pick it up. It's one of these tricks. So there's a way of actually. The old one is really good. I like the songs in the old one too. The original is the best. We're talking about Willy Wonka and his chocolate factory. His chocolate factory? I'm not sure. Oh, I can hit lava. I was like, yeah, there it is. So this is an item. You know when you throw items on the floor like so, and they just do that. But if you go near them, you can pick them up. Well, there's a way of actually summoning an item so it floats on the floor like this, and making it unpick-upable. Okay, which gives this kind of lovely effect of just like there's just an object floating, and there it is, just doing its thing. There's a web link there, and you can kind of, again, we can click the web link, and you can click to learn more about the carrot-shaped amphora. It's the PH. Amph. And that will take you to the website. I'm not going to stream the website here, but there it is, nonetheless. Look at this place, it's amazing. So what do you think this place is that we've just walked into? It's kind of like, these look like giant barrels. I don't know, that looks like dirt up there, doesn't it? That looks like, to me it looked like a barrel. I'm not sure about the dirt on top. And kind of workbench, kind of like maybe... and this stuff over here, that looks like a forge of some sort. I'm not sure. Let's carry on looking around. So this place is... oh, look at those beds. Look at that nice sort of bed stand over there. So a military base, this was. A Roman military base. And based on the designs and the topography of Exeter itself. Okay. So if we were to fly up, right, Exeter... it's got... oh, look at that place. There's a nice place in the middle. Exeter has got 4 gates. There's the... and I think south is that way. Let me have a look on the thing. Have I actually done it right? I'm looking... facing east... facing north. So the north gate is that way. Oops. Okay. So there are different gates in each one. There's some road systems down here as well. You can see some of the topography from when you fly up above. Over here, there's a little farmstead as well. Pretty cool, eh? Whee! I'll just fly down. Very cool. So it's kind of farmy area with sheep and stores. Have a look in there. So we've got kind of wheats and some wheat stores and stuff like that for different animals. Let's see if we can find some other bits and pieces. Also find some more impressive stuff as well. So these are kind of based, the build was based on actual Roman architecture. That and this is for a museum. Ryan, hi, how you doing? Matthew, Jew, hi, how you doing? This is a map of a Roman fortress based on historical documents from Exeter, which is a city in the south of England. So when they did, and it is a live stream, Genesis says, it is what it is. So I'm just doing a kind of a show and tell. Okay, we're going to be going down to Exeter this weekend and showing off some of these maps as well, and doing some build battles and all sorts of stuff. That lovely tree kind of planting, a nice kind of tree thing. And here, we've got the kind of a military base over here with a kind of a military sculpture over there. Quite ingenious. Do I know Nate wants to battle? I don't actually. Look at these other bits as well, like just for sort of map making stuff as well. This is really good. So these are player heads as little kind of pieces of wood and like little kind of wooden blocks as well, which is really nice. These things over here look like carts, all right? And I think there's a bedroom around the corner here as well, just in case we want guards to guard the place too. Let's fly up as well. See what else we can kind of discover along here. Look, here's a table and chairs, and this looks like a kind of a war room, okay, where they're kind of planning some troop maneuvers and things like that. And on the walls, some red banners as well. So we're kind of trying to keep things very, very simple and very straightforward. But again, and then dotted around. Oh, I tell you what, that looks really nice as well, doesn't it? I don't know if they had chandeliers, but there we go. Let's go and find out what we... So we've got the kind of barracks. So barracks look like this. Very sort of simple. Whoa, and there's another thing. Okay, so in our barracks we've got our sword. Okay, so we've got kind of an armory, if you like. And again, we can kind of find out a little bit more about the Roman armor stuff as well. So one of the things I did when we were building this map is that there are kind of 6 items dotted around this map that you can kind of find, and each of those items were actual real items that were really found in Exeter. And what we did was we laid over where those items were found and we put them where they are in the map on this map. Does that make sense? Yeah. Do you know Jacksepticeye? I don't know Jacksepticeye, unfortunately. I've never actually met him. He is a busy sausage, let's face it like that. Let's talk about the people I do know. I know Stamps, I know Squid. Actually, I spoke to Squid the other day, it's really good. Tomahawk is actually coming down to Exeter with us this weekend as well. Tom is Squid's brother. And what else do we do? Who else do I know? Squishy, Nettie, you know, those kind of people. People I've kind of met, but I haven't had much to do with. Like I knew Dan, like before Dan was super famous, right? I met Dan quite a lot. We used to sort of hang out at one of these kind of events. Oh, look, that's swimming pool. So there's these kind of Minecraft events that you get to meet everybody, because most of the time YouTubers really don't get to meet each other very much. We kind of have to spend. Oh, these are like Roman baths. Oh, that's nice. Okay, let's see if we can find a Roman bath. This is a Roman bathhouse. Again, kind of community baths. Should be really steamy in here as well. I wonder if... Oh, look, there's some steam coming up. This is a nice hot one. Oh, get in the bath. Oh, with my clothes on. Hey, Keen, did you saw my chat? Husky Remix said. No, I didn't. I missed it. I'll try... Ryan says, I went to Insomnia 58 and met Tom, Ash and others. I went to Insomnia 59, and that's where I met Tom and everybody as well. I met you, Tom, Nettie, in Leeds Museum. Ah, it's funny, I've been invited back to Leeds as well, by the way. So this April, I think, I'm going to be doing some workshops in Leeds, and we're going to be kind of creating a little something not too dissimilar from this. We're going to be doing some Minecraft making in Leeds as well. I've got lots of really exciting things planned actually as well. And that's where I was today. I was having a big old meeting about bits and pieces. Well, Leeds, I'm doing. There's a film festival in Leeds each year, and they do it's like children's film festival, and they do loads of workshops in Leeds. So what I'll do is I'll probably do some live streams before that, and you can kind of I'll let everybody know what I'm doing. I'll be better this time, because normally I completely forget. Now, Jennifer, events around the country. So there are lots of different kind of Minecraft events happening all over the world at the moment. Well, I say all over the world. There's some in America. There's some in England. There's some in Ireland as well. And hopefully there'll be a lot more either the end of this year or the beginning of next year. Okay, and I'm definitely going to be helping out making them. Oh, this looks nice. This place. This is a little bit of a larger barracks, and we can kind of see how the things are all connected as well. Amazing kind of stuff, amazing detail within these things. Look, that's kind of a chimney, a kind of fireplace, cooking area, and a chimney that goes up outside as well. So the detail in these things, although they look quite detailed, there's a sort of simplicity to them as well. Now let's have a look at the landscape as well around here too, because the landscape does follow the real topography of the actual area. And also, for those people who are interested in history, we can see the Roman ditches. So Roman walls, if you've ever studied this kind of stuff, they used to have like a double ditch outside of the Roman wall. So there was like one big ditch there, and then a bump, and then another ditch, and then a big wall. And it's basically like, imagine like there's, you know, we want to attack the Roman wall. It's like, charge! Oh, we're in a ditch, and now we've got to get up from the ditch, and there's that charge. Oh, there's another ditch, and so it just makes it a little bit more difficult for people to kind of assault the wall, the Roman wall. Let's take a closer look at the Roman wall as well, because these are quite unique things. So as I said before, this was made by Blockworks. Blockworks is a professional build team, and they've made all sorts of things for me in the past as well. So this was one of the commissions. So the way I get these kind of jobs is a museum might come to me and say, Adam, you know, we love the work you did with Tate, or we love the work we did with this. Can you make us this? And we talk about it, and there's obviously a fee, and I get to help kind of put these things together. So my role is really kind of coming together and kind of and talking to the museums and interpreting all that stuff, and maybe even just drawing out on paper and kind of making it happen, right? They're not called ditches. I'm using non-technical language. AAA has joined us in the chat as well. Well, they are, well, I read them as ditches, but you can call them something else. What would you call them, AAA? We'll hopefully learn something for that. I suppose this almost reminds me of an episode of Wonder Quest 2, but I can't remember. It's the best episode in the season ever. Season 2 was brilliant, wasn't it? But look at this. We've got a triple door, AAA. Triple door. And what you got is you've got a normal door and then half a door added on top. And you can kind of see the break in the door there. Okay, it's a very neat little trick. And it's one of the kind of specialties that they actually wrote a program to do this for them, which is pretty spectacular. They also made a program that allowed them to take the wall and to make like instant Roman walls all the way around. Very, very clever stuff. Love it. Love it to bits. So what we're going to be doing next is I've got, after this weekend, I'll do a couple more streams as well and show everybody. You can do it with set block, but you can kind of make brushes with it. And a lot of these professional build teams have actually created tools just for themselves. Okay, so they'll have come along, and some of the brushes as well, like Voxel Sniper. You see the difference in textures down here. Voxel Sniper's probably been responsible for that. You can also do things like, you might also notice that some of the sand, right? This stuff is subject to, right, gravity, but it seems to be somehow just you know, floating miraculously. Now these things are holding these blocks up, but the middle block, if I were to do a block update, the whole central section here would fall down. So we just got to be really careful. They were called Hadrian's after Hadrian's Wall, which is the design drawn from. Yes, exactly. And Hadrian's Wall is this actually predates Hadrian's Wall, so I think we could probably call Hadrian's Wall was called Hadrian's Wall because the emperor was called Hadrian, and it was his wall, wasn't it? I think. Let me have a look. I'm going to go and look. People at my mum's work are being loud. Poor Jennifer Avery, having to deal with people at your work. But that's good. If it shouldn't be, people shouldn't be quiet at work. People all should be quite lively. Headphones, said Cheesy Bob. Yes, indeed, headphones. I'm thinking about what else I can show you. So most of this was built by Blockworks, and then I showed it to the museum. And this is kind of one of the things. Yes, the wall was named after the ruler. Yeah. And then the museum saw it, and we hadn't actually built this section down here. Okay, just this area down here. The museum was like, this is an annex, farm annex, and we need that in. That's part of the map. It's really important. Oh my gosh, you must have it in. And I was like, right. So I tried to get hold of Blockworks, but they were extraordinarily busy. And so I had to do it myself. I had to DIY it. So let's put down a couple of bits that I missed. Right? So I had to DIY this bit myself. So I took some of the buildings that when they'd made over there, and I redid them. I kind of put everything back together again. I looked at some of the map stuff. Basically, these buildings are kind of just very basic workshop areas. But one of the things as well that the museum wants to do with this map is that they want to have it, and they want to run workshops and things like that. So they want it to be reasonably plain. So imagine anybody can take this map and you can download it yourself, and you can have adventures in it. You can kind of do Roman stuff in it as well. There are some really amazing Roman texture packs as well. I don't know if anybody's seen them out there, but there's some really, really cool ones as well. Do you ever wish we could open trapdoors sideways? Oh, like a door. Let's get a trapdoor. Hang on. Let's grab one. Right, here's a trapdoor. One of the things that I saw the other day, can we put it on the floor like that, and then you can kind of put one on top like that, which I thought was pretty amazing. Pretty good, eh? Now they're both on top of each other. Dunk. And then you can do that, and that looks quite cool as well. AAA, if you love to work on one of these builds, I've got some... I had a meeting today, and it's not necessarily historic, but it's kind of about storytelling, and it's working with a museum as well, which I think is a really interesting sort of space to be in. Yeah, that looks good, doesn't it? Let's make a good door. You're right, and it's kind of door height. Let me turn myself around. It's just the right height for a door. There we go. There's our door. Building techniques. It'd be cool to do a kind of a building thing, or a historic one as well. Trapdoors are lovely. Also, if you haven't seen, so these are some of my favourite things. Boop. Look at that cute little face. But I see that, and I see a kind of a keyhole as well, and you can kind of put keys in them as well. Yeah, it may be good to do that. It'd be interesting to see what else happens. Another thing I want to sort of talk about as well in sort of maps like these. I haven't been to the realm for a long time. I've been very remiss. Well, there's been a couple of reasons for that, so I'll give you my reasons. So my father-in-law has been very poorly in hospital, so we haven't been visiting him and trying to sort that out. And also, I've been sort of busy with work and other bits and pieces, and having one of those wintry colds. So I hope everybody else is feeling tip-top, ship-shape. And if you have been ill and poorly, I hope you get better soon too. Okay, so I'm just wandering around the outside. It's quite cool, isn't it? This is obviously not how England looks. And I don't know if England looked like this in the past as well. From all accounts, it's you know, Roman centurions. You know, they kind of, it was like they almost had like a Scottish kilt kind of outfits on, and obviously robes were big. And I can understand that happening in like Italy and North Africa and things like that. But I'm not sure how it all stood up to the tests of weather, British weather, or whether British weather was different in the past. Who knows? Something I'll have to ask the people this weekend. Okay, yeah. Well, I hope you get better soon, AAA. Just add rain, indeed, or snow. I don't know if anybody's those people in the UK, if you've had any snow this week. We're expected some more snow next week as well, which should be quite good. I'm quite excited. I always get excited, you know, stupidly excited about snow. I love these streets though. If it was me, I would probably add a little bit more furniture and a little bit more. Oh, there's some musical stuff here. A few more kind of items like this. So maps like this are incredibly big, incredibly detailed. Look at this, and they take a long time to kind of put together. But once they are put together, they are wonderfully good fun and terrifically engaging. Look at this place. I mean, this is lovely. All this architecture inside here as well, and the way the kind of color palette works in here as well, I think is really nice. These are a nice idea. These kind of like almost like coat hangers and things like that. And then this big kind of almost like a war table in here as well. Just adding a little bit of extra storytelling elements to the whole thing as well. I mean, I would think about it like if you want to do maps like this. Okay, there's nothing to really stop you. Okay, there's think about maybe history locally to you. Okay, look at this anvil and hammer on top of it as well, and a lovely forge over here too. Think about things that affect you or are near you. Maybe you've got and it might be ancient history. Did they use cloak hooks? Coat hooks. Exactly. Wonder if they did. But I think in Minecraft what we want to do is we want to kind of add a sense of, I mean there are buttons on the floor right here. Okay, and what they're not really buttons, they're just sort of textural items. So again, the way I work on Minecraft maps and things like that, especially for museums and other things like this, is really, you know, we talk about it's an interpretation rather than a representation. Okay, so these are about engaging young people or maybe older people, but hole, fill that with some of the content. Yeah. Oh, you're saying that they did. Well, perfect. So, you know, it's about what we can kind of get away with in many ways. You know, can we build something together like this? Another thing. Oh, I think it's raining. There it is. There's the rain on the wet side of the land. Another thing to look at in this map that I think is really interesting, and it's about texture, and it's about kind of making things look good, is if we look down here, we can see the hillside is actually made of wood. Now, it's because it's not really made of wood, right? It's sort of made so it looks like dirt and rocks and texture, and it looks good from a distance. Yeah, that's kind of what it's about. So we're using kind of map making to kind of make things look interesting. Another thing as well, over here we've got water, okay, and the water isn't all one level because the topography isn't all one level as well. It's all a bit all over the place. Golden Ninja, hello, Golden Ninja. That's good, isn't it? And then on the edge of the map, there is nothing. We're in a void. Well. And then we've got these things. We've got a million barriers to really stop people from leaping off the edge into the void itself. Okay. How big is this? It's pretty good. Pretty big. Yeah, the terrain like this, in actual fact, is that I gave them most of this was done as a drawing originally, and then I gave them topographical data, and we kind of made the topography out of that and then placed it all on. So for the next map that we've got, let me fly up a little bit more so you can kind of see it. We go out, and it actually extends the map out to about this area here. Okay, and then in that far corner, which I can't do, let's go to game mode, spectator, so I can speed up. So if you go in spectator mode and you scroll your mouse forward or back, I think I'm doing it forward, you go faster. So this is, there's a hill in Exeter, and on the hill, which is this hill here, okay, looking down on the Roman map, on the Roman thing, is Exeter Castle, and this Roman fortress extends all the way to the Roman fortress, to the castle where it was at the end of the day, which is over there. Okay, so it really gets huge very quickly. And this was based on kind of a little booklet that they kind of gave us, and that was based on obviously architecture, you know, things that they've dug up in Exeter as well. I mean, it's very famous for having a cathedral. Now, the cathedral wasn't built in Roman times, and there's probably on the site of the cathedral currently, there's probably a Roman temple, quite a big Roman temple, but the archaeologists are not allowed to dig up the current cathedral to have a good look at the Roman stuff underneath, because it is quite an old and very famous cathedral. So there's this real tension between very old stuff and some of the older stuff, but not as old as the Roman stuff. But it's an interesting and fascinating place, and also obviously it's a vibrant city in its own right now. So there are people and you know, roads being dug up and other bits and pieces, and that's often when you find this stuff anyway. Time Lords, hey Keen, long time no see. Yeah, good to see you all. Good to see everybody kind of getting on here. Now, I've been going for about 36 minutes, so I'm going to say ta-ta for now. I hope you're all well. Oh, there's another chimney. Is that the forge over here? Yeah, look at that. Okay, cool. I also like underneath here, you see the kind of the gates underneath this this eaves over here? Isn't that nicely done? To use gate posts to kind of, actual gates, to just add a little bit of a different shape to it all. Very nicely done. So, it's interesting to know, AAA, that you're interested in kind of this stuff as well, because obviously I've got a fair few different projects that are turning up in the future. We're also doing We Are the Rangers. I don't know who, does anybody remember We Are the Rangers? It was a kind of like a conservation map that we did. We're doing another one of them very shortly, but we're going to be doing it on Windows 10 edition, and specifically we'll be doing it for the education edition of Minecraft. Okay, so that's something for the future. AAA, just remind me, have you got access to Minecraft Java online? Because if you have, then I'll let you join our build. Oh, good. So I've got a build server, and I'll contact you after I've finished up here. Time Lords, Keen, you know Wonder Quest Season 3. Why isn't it out? Time Lords. Yeah, I don't know why it's not out. It is very, very frustrating. I wish I could wave a magic wand, literally, and make it happen. But unfortunately, it's out of my hands. It's sort of more in the hands of Disney, weirdly, and of course Stampy. So he's kind of in charge of all that at the moment, and we'll have to wait and see if it ever actually does materialise. I've got my doubts, but there we go. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. You are all amazing. I hope everybody who is feeling a bit poorly feels a bit better later on. Jennifer, it's been a pleasure. AAA, thank you very much for joining in and looking after the chat. Everybody else, Time Lords, and everybody else who kind of joined us as well, you are amazing. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. And I'll see you all very shortly. Take care. Now, time for me to go. All right, I've got a long journey. Stamps never wanders his comments. No. Well, he sometimes does. You just got to be patient. Sometimes the way to get Stampy will look at his comments for the first hour once he's posted a video. He always does. All right, there's a little tip. First hour after he's immediately posted a video, Stampy will always look at the chat and always look at the comments that are coming in. So you can always catch his eye that way. Until next time, you are all awesome. Oh, Lewis Plays, if you just turned up. Sorry, I'm just finishing up. I'll see you later. Take care now, everybody. Bye bye.